I want to state that on the question of debt, the country right now is facing a challenge of debt. And from 2015, for instance, I was very consistent to the Kenyan people during my political campaigns then, stating that we need to rationalize our borrowing, to be more prudent, so that the profile of our debt can have more concessionary funding. The portfolio should have more concessionary funding and limit the levels of commercial debt that we were incurring. I think that remains an objective that we must pursue as a country going forward, because we will still borrow, but we must borrow prudently so that the debt repayment process does not harm other activities of government. We should not be borrowing to deal with our recurrent expenditure. We should be borrowing so that we can engage in serious capital development, whether it's infrastructure, water, health, etc. So these are critical issues that I would be saying that working in a collaborative manner with Parliament, we can find better solutions collectively in dealing with this particular debt challenge that we have. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it should also go on record that we must be an honorable government. And honor in this kind of situation for any nation is your ability to repay your debts. We should not be a country that should walk into the defaulting mode. And it will be therefore necessary that going forward, we work closely with each other, and Parliament also plays its oversight role so that the honor of this country can be maintained on this debt issue. Therefore, I just want to say that we will be paying close attention. Personally, I'll be paying very close attention, because the heartbeat of this country is our economy. The people are suffering. The cost of living is very high. And the initiatives that we must bring forward through legislation and even policy interventions must be those that will mitigate these particular challenges. But they must also be realistic and be in accordance with the law. I also want to touch briefly on the issue of the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. I think it is important that at the very earliest, that political document, which was the flagship of Kenya Kwanza, is translated into a serious and fundable policy document of the government of Kenya, highlighting the specific areas that were the flagship, things that would create jobs, the issue of access of credit to a wider section of the country at affordable rates, the issue of making sure that the cost of living is mitigated and people live with dignity is going to be forefront in what we want to do. So we will engage all stakeholders, and I'll want to plead that we work very closely with Parliament so that we can remove the backlog in pieces of legislation that may be obstacles towards moving forward. We'll be open to also listen to ideas and even support legislation that will come for the benefit of this country from the opposing end of our chamber, because we have one nation and we have to work together collectively to find solutions.